Okay. So this account name rule. That means when I'm trying to provision this XYZ user. To our target application. Right target database. Right, I'm sending a lot of information here, right? For the user. I'm sending ID. I'm sending username. I'm sending first name. I'm sending last name. I'm sending email ID. So just imagine. Right whenever you are sending any courier, right? Let's say, you order something from Amazon. While ordering. Right. It is asking a number of information, right? But finally, it is asking you a unique value. That is what is your name. And what is your mobile number? Your address might be. You know, it is pointing to different people. Let's say you are giving your like in a colony number, or like you know that you're wherever you stay in your city and straight and address lot of information you give, even in your colony. A lot of other people are staying, even your home address also. Number of other people are staying, right? But what is your unique value when you're sending your mobile number and your name, right? These are the two attribute you are. You know, giving while doing a order, and that is like a unique value for you. In the same way, when you are sending all this information to the target application, this target database, where we are trying to create our user. So it will always ask you, what is your unique attribute? What unique attribute you are trying to send, so that I also should know. In the you know, which attribute I should refer you. Because tomorrow, when I search, I'll say this user is created in my target database. So based on what attribute I should search you, right? So that is why the unique attribute is required. And that unique attribute you have to pass under account name. It is not working. Account name rule. Right, we saw the account number and this account name rule. I'm telling boss this username. It is my unique attribute. For each user. This username will be unique attribute, and based on this unique attribute, you should insert here the. You should create a user here. So that is why, right, we call it as a account number. Okay. So once we give the account name rule here, right? I have added that where you are in the endpoint, I have given account number. And after that, right, we are ready to submit the request. So this is the application name or endpoint name database training CF. Okay. This is ready. Now we should submit a request for this application database. Training CF. So this database training CF, this is the endpoint. And what is the security system associated to that if you go back security system? And the security system itself. Name is, like you know, database training, CF, if you open it. So this endpoint, now go back to endpoint. And now you see this endpoint has an attachment. Right. This database training CF, this endpoint belonged to this security system. That is named database training CF. And what is the provisioning connection it hold database, training, CF? If you go back to a database training CF. This database training CF connection is telling. My users should create it under this database that is JDBC_app and where this JDBC app is staying. It is staying under this IP address. And under this port number, the database name is JDBC app. So it will come to JDBC app again inside the JDBC app. We have a number of table right. User table, time table import user. Import user demo, 50 DB account, so where it should provision the user. Then it will come down and it will see what is my create account, JSON. And it is telling. I should insert into DB_account then. It will come to your TV_account table. And inside DB_account. It is telling. I need to insert these. This attribute, ID, email, first name, last name, username right. So it will check whether this attribute is present or not. It will go and it will check his ID email. First name, last name, right. These are the attribute. It's already present. Okay. So after that, if we see this, valid column is there. So it will try to put this value user ID. What is the user you know you are requesting? So this user ID, user email, first name, last name, this value. It will try to insert it. Okay. So now let's go back. Yeah, can you explain again? Endpoint. Actually. Information. As we have already. Security system by again in point is needed. Okay, so that's a good question. If we have the security system, why we need again a endpoint, right? Okay. I'll clear your doubt in a minute. Okay. I don't know why this box is too slow now for me. So if you look back right, let me show you. Go to an older security system. Let's say this, you know, Active Directory, application right. Active Directory. So open this Active Directory. So this is your security system, right? All this workflow, everything we have mentioned. If you go to the endpoint. Right, open this endpoint. See. You see, number of endpoint are mentioned here, right? Active Directory add new edit test, my app sample list right. That is what I was trying to explain. So a security system can have different endpoint. And one endpoint. It will capture the value of a group information. And if I go to food, I click on there. And go to Account. You see the actual user are storing information here, right? You see, all this user information are stored here. So it mean security system doesn't store any data. The data will be stored inside your endpoint only. But how about endpoint? Endpoint is alone. If you recall the scenario.